Hey everyone, welcome back to another rollout review with yours truly, Reviewer TF. And boy am I excited about this one. Today I will be reviewing Gigawatt, which is a crossover of Back to the Future and Transformers. It is the very first crossover I have ever gotten, and I'm so excited because I love Transformers, and I also enjoy Back to the Future. So, let's take a look here. First, yes, I put it in car mode first because that's how it came in the package. So I slid out of the package and said, hey, why not show in car mode first? Save time. Anyway, I'd like to take a look at the box first because this box looks super dang sweet. It looks a lot like an original G1 Transformers box. And here is a reissue of Astro Train I got. And you can see, if I remove Gigawatt and the accessories, you can see the similarities. Still got the cool Transformers logo. Box is very similar, however the G1 is a bit wider. That might be because Astro Train's a bit bigger and he's a larger wingspan. And yeah, overall coolness, except this is Transformers and Back to the Future. It's a crossover. And it says Back to the Future 35. So I'm not a Back to the Future nerd, so I'm guessing it's been 35 years since Back to the Future was originally released in theaters. Well, actually, this was made in 2020, so 36 years, because I'm now doing this in 2021. So yeah, very cool. The inside jacket is kind of like blueprints for. Let me get my arm out of the way. It's kind of like blueprints for the DeLorean, and it has the original, if you look here, it has the original Hasbro logo right there. And the back has a cool looking special effect with it going back into the future or the past or whatever. It says the license plate says BK2FUT2, so I'm guessing Back to the Future 2, which is not very correct because the car has Out of Time instead of Back to the Future 2. And has the cool cutout card here. You can cut it out and it's like maybe like a trading card or something. I prefer to keep my boxes intact, but that's just me. Here's more art. Well, I say concept art because most of the time the images don't look just exactly like the toy. Here's it and exiting the the trailer. It's been a while since I watched the movie, so please don't judge me. And then on the bottom, a lot more concept art, and it shows you like the original box. Let me grab that. How it transforms. Yeah, so I think the box is really cool. It just adds to the coolness of the toy overall. So let me set Gigawatt back up again. So here we have Gigawatt in his DeLorean form, of which, if I remember correctly, the DeLorean was a lemon, and this just made it, and the doctor slapped a whole bunch of stuff on him, made him into a time machine. Again, sorry, Back to the Future nerds. I'm not that great when it comes to Back to the Future. I'm better at Transformers. Then we have, it says, I don't think you can see it on the video because my camera's spotty, but it says like Mr. Fusion Energy Reactor or something like that. I believe that's from Back to the Future 2. He has a little gun here. That's also really cool. Then we have the classic hook that he uses to get the energy from the lightning bolt on the clock tower or something like that. And it's really cool. However, in my box, the hook is slightly bent. You can look at it like that. I think it's supposed to go like this, but it just looks like that. So I'm not sure if that's how it is or if that's just a mishap. Anyway, the car itself is very, very realistic looking to the movie. Here's the license plate I was telling you about. This is Out of Time. Not sure you can see that. Yeah, it's got a whole bunch of wires and gizmos and even more wires stuck to the thing. And yeah, it looks very, very cool. And another thing that I want to show you is that sideswipe. The sideswipe mode in Siege. It's very similar. That's because this DeLorean is not an original Transformer figure. This is a retool of the Siege sideswipe model. If you look at it, the dimensions are pretty much the same. Even the back, you can see, kind of see how it's similar and how it's not. But yeah, honestly, this is just a retool of that, and I'm going to show you even more how it's a retool once we get into the robot mode. But first, before we do that, I want to see in its hover mode. So we fold out the wheels, fold out the other wheels. We put, I believe we put this Mr. Fusion thing on the back, like so. And then I think there you have it in his hover mode. But also, sorry, my hand just knocked the camera. You can also store the gun in kind of like the hood. So it's kind of hidden away like that. Looks pretty clean. There's a little bit, if you look at it from head on, you can kind of see that it looks kind of bumpy. But yeah, it's pretty clean actually. So yeah, let's move on to its robot mode, and there I'll show you how it's more of a retool of Sideswipe and how it looks pretty dang awesome looking, even in robot mode. So this is him in bot mode, and he looks super dang sweet, and even in bot mode. However, I do have to remind everyone that he's a retool of this guy, Sideswipe. So, as you can see, the arms are very similar, so are the chest areas. The heads are very similar, so are the feet, legs, thighs, and pretty much everything else except Sideswipe's doors. They kind of fold into his body, but Gigawatts are so big that they kind of spread out like wings. There's a lot more detail in Gigawatt, but again, it's still just a retool of Sideswipe. Not putting it down, of course, because it still looks stinking awesome. Because you got the flux capacitor here, and you got the dates over here. You got the present, the future, and then the past when he goes in the Old West in the third movie. Yeah, the head, however, I don't like because it won't look up. It just stays in one spot. You can turn, but it can't really look up or down. Doesn't really work that great. Anyway, here, let me try putting on the gun. Usually the Mr. Fusion thing usually goes on the backside of the gun, but the gun kind of just pops off when that's on it, so I tend to put it on top of the gun. And usually this thing goes on the shoulder. I'll put it there, but I really don't like it. It looks kind of tacky to me. Anyway, that's Gigawatt, so he looks pretty dang sweet. I would recommend him highly for your collection, if you do collect Transformers, that is. I got this guy for $30. That's his regular price. If you can find him at a lower price than this, honestly, I will be shocked, because usually crossovers are a lot more expensive than the regular generation stuff. The main reason I bought this is I watched a fan film from TFI Creations that was called Gigawatt Out of Time, and then they're coming out with the sequel later this year. I think in a few weeks, so hopefully I'll be able to see that. Anyway, I really liked him portrayed in that, so I'm like, hey, let me buy the action figure. So I did, and there are no regrets. I really, really like this character. I recommend him strongly. 10 out of 10, definitely. Maybe a 9.9 because of his head, but that's it. Anyway, yes. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Have a good day, guys.